Today on the channel, we got an interesting one. Via NECA, an American Werewolf in London. Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another NECA unboxing and review. And today, it's not Turtle Talk. We're talking about American Werewolf in London. Brand new NECA pack hitting Walmarts right now. A very interesting set here because this character does not have a name. So that is something different. This is just called an American Werewolf in London, and we'll get into that, and we'll talk about this a little bit more. But I guess my American Werewolf in London memories, very interesting movie from the 80s. I've always never been scared of movies, even as a small kid. I mean, I laughed at Freddy Krueger. For some reason, there's no connection in my brain that I should be scared of this kind of stuff. But there's only a couple of movies that really didn't scare me, but stuck with me to this day, and especially in the 80s, I guess is what I'm talking about when I was a little kid, and that is Basket Case. You guys ever seen Basket Case? Oh, what a movie. What a movie! But that always stuck with me a little bit. And then an American Werewolf in London. And not specifically this scene and what this figure's based on, but obviously the most famous scene in the movie, at least if you ask me, is when he's transforming into the werewolf. In the 80s, man, that was crazy because I was all about the Universal Monster Wolfman. A little different than American Werewolf in London. And that transformation scene is still one that is just amazing all these years back where, you know, they don't have all the CGI effects and stuff we have now. They had to do it the old school way. So if you've never seen American Werewolf in London, it's worth checking out once. It's not your typical werewolf movie. It's not like a super horror movie, but it's not super... I don't know if the Wolfman from Universal is corny, but it's not scary. So it's somewhere in the middle. But definitely worth checking out at least once. And very interesting, we're getting action figures from the line via NECA. We shouldn't be surprised because NECA gives us a lot of horror action figures. Now, the werewolf, I'm here for all day. I cannot wait to get that. That thing should be shipping fairly soon. But I think a sleeper set here will be this American Werewolf in London Dream Pack. And that's what this is. This is based off a dream. So we'll talk about it, but let's start looking at the figure first, because we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We'll see where it goes from there. But the packaging, as always with NECA, always beautiful, always nice. And as you can see here, it says American Werewolf in London. And then you got 4 ghouls, monsters, ghosts. I don't know what you want to call them. But you got a cool cover here. And it's a lenticular, I believe is the term for it. As you can move it around and you can see it kind of changes around, as you can see as I turn it. So interesting. It's got that kind of scratchy feeling to it. I remember that with sports cards back in the day. We used to get sports cards like this way back in the late 80s, early 90s, probably something like that. But a very cool packaging. And I got to tell you, these are very hard to get right now, but I think these will be everywhere. I don't know if this is as popular as, say, a Jason, a Freddy, stuff like that. I think you play a little of that long game. And like I said, Walmart seemed to be getting this one first. Check your other online retailers. Even Big Bad Toy Store, they might have this guy going on. But there's the cover there. American Werewolf in London right there. And on the side, you've got two of the ghouls and ghosts and monsters. And the other side, you got the other 2 going on. And then you get to the back. How cool is that? Kind of no description, no blurbs, none of that, because there's really nothing to say. And we'll get into that, like I said. But you just got kind of figure shots here. Here's what you can get. This is what I like. I like this on the back of the package. I like these. Here's some ideas. Here's how you could display these guys. It kind of gives you a little of that going on. So very cool. But then it is NECA, and like all NECA, we got that nice window box we can open up. You got the cast and crew right there, and then you got the figure in here. Now, this is a 4-in-1 figure. Yes, 4-in-1. There is 4 heads along with this one. I guess 1 on the body, 3 there. All the accessories, all that kind of stuff we're used to with NECA. Now, this is a very interesting one because it's an army builder. Instead of releasing 4 separate figures, you get them all into here. But then you got to buy 3 more if you really want to complete the team out there. And that is exactly what Kyle did. I had to go out there. I had to complete the team. And my Walmart, if you guys follow me on social media, SirPaul64 on Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson. I post pictures of about a week ago or so. I was out shopping at my local Walmart, and this Walmart, whenever there's something new, it's like they don't know what to do with it, so they always discount it down. So these were discounted down to $25 on clearance. I said, you know what? I'm picking up all 4 of these bad boys, and I'm going to complete that little shelf of the team. I'll get the wolf, and bam, I'll have an American Werewolf in London shelf in my horror display out there. So that's exactly what I did. So it's an army builder. So you really need to buy 3 more of these. You need 4, but I can see a lot of people buying 1, moving the heads around, but I think 4 is the sweet spot, and like I always say, got to get a deal. That's exactly what I did. So I was very happy with that, and we'll show the whole team together towards the end of this review here. But let's get them out of the packaging. Well, let's see what's doing in here. There's a lot going on, as usual. Got that kind of fireplace background going on. Does this slide out? I'm sure it probably does. Of course it does. So you got this background, this little diorama. You can use this if you would like. You guys know how that goes. So there is a little background backdrop you can use in your figure photography. You can put it on your shelf, all that kind of fun stuff. So that is a possibility if you are so inclined. But let's go down to the plastic prison here. So we got a lot of weapons. So we got 2 extra hands with this figure. We've got an Uzi, we've got 2 knives, we got a flaming torch, we got the 3 heads of the other characters, and we got 2 machine guns. Totally choose your own weapon adventure here. There's all kinds of stuff, but you can really make each guy look different. And that's what I love about these Army Builder packs. There's different hands, there's different weapons, there's different heads. You can really move things around and give everybody their own look outside of just having a different head. So that is very cool. We'll pop these guys out. Pop heads out. Heads out. Boy, there's a lot of accessories in here. Very, very cool. Pull that out. Pull that out. Pull that. Uh-oh, popped the head off already. Never a good sign. Uh-oh, we're buckled in. That's why. Let me unbuckle him. Let me unbuckle him. Maybe. If I unbuckle my fingers in the process. There we go. We're out of the package. We're out. We'll see you later. Get out of here. And then we got these. See you later. See you later. Goodbye. All right, we'll put these heads to the side. And I believe this head was on him, so we'll start fresh. We'll start fresh with that head on him. Straighten him up a little. And then, like I was saying, we get weapons all over the place. Very German-esque weapons. I'm not a weapons expert or anything like that, but I feel like they're kind of German-esque. But we get this Uzi here, or whatever this is. I guess this is the Uzi. Very Snake Eyes-esque. Then you get the machine gun here with the clip already in it. You get another big gun right there. You get 2 knives, the exact same knife, but one is bloody. That is a nice touch, a point of difference. And then you get to 2 extra hands here. Very similar, but they are trigger-holding hands. You got one just C-clamp, and then you got 1 trigger hand. And on the figure, you got basically the same thing. No trigger hands on the figure, though. And then you get this cool fire torch going on, and I like that a lot. You could always use this with something else, I'm sure. It's got a little bit of that Jack sticky disease to it, though. I don't understand how something brand new has a little sticky disease, but here we are. Here we are. Let's see. So now we get down to the figure here. Now, very Army-inspired, this monster. I mean, this is one of the ghouls, monsters, whatever you want to call it here. It kind of looks like a zombie, some kind of like zombie wolf, basically. And then he's got a helmet, which does not come off. I think you could actually get this helmet off if you really wanted to. I don't know if it would go back on, though. But he does have a helmet on it. It has some wear and tear, some weathering to it. Then you get the army gear here. There's no insignias or anything saying this is German military, but somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. Is this German wear? Is this, United Kingdom? Is it, Eastern European? What is this? I don't know. Or maybe it's just made up for the movie. I'm not exactly sure, but it does look menacing. These kind of guard outfits like this have kind of a darkness to them, a scareness to them, I think. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Maybe that's from me watching the movie as a little kid. That's what I correlate this outfit with. That could be it as well, but very interesting, but a little bit plain. You take the head off and you had a normal head on this, you could say, hey, this is just an army figure, an army man figure, and that is true. So I'm sure you could find different heads that work for this. Articulation-wise, the head is removable, as you guys know. The hands are removable. They twist up and down all around. Besides that, though, you get elbows. No double-jointed elbows, anything like that. The arms do go all the way around. Knees, you got single-jointed knees, move. Ankles move side to side, up and down, all that kind of fun stuff. And you don't really get waist. You do, I guess you get waist. You don't get the upper waist, but you get the lower. So you can twist and pose and stuff like that. He does fit on a ringside collectible stand. Use discount code Kyle. Save 10%. Spend your money on your figures, not your stands. RingsideCollectibles.com. Looks much, much better on a stand. Helps these guys stand up, of course. Let's see how well this fits in his hand, this sticky torch here. I think I'm going to have to use one of those other hands, actually. It's probably made for this hand, I would guess. Yep, exactly. So you got the big holding hand, that is for the torch. So you got to switch that one out. But this guy is interesting. But now, how about we take a look at some of those other heads here? So we get almost like a vampire head. This guy almost looks like Dracula or Batboy, maybe. But then I got him all ready to go with his 2 knives. So we got him here as part of the army, building out it, and this was a dream sequence. I didn't talk about this yet. For the movie, if you guys have seen it, and like I said, check it out. It's worth checking one time. This is a dream sequence. I think they were only in the movie for 30 seconds, maybe, if that. And it was just a dream of this army here. And very interesting figures get made from that, but they are very toyetic. And I don't know what else you would make out of that movie. I mean, there was a couple of ghosts and stuff, maybe a couple other wolves. I don't know, but I thought this was a good idea. But very interesting. Off of very little screen time, you got these figures. But this guy looking like a monster, zombie, Dracula, baby Batboy is what he kind of looks like. But he holds the knives. He also holds the key to my heart, some might say. Then we get to this guy here. We get to this guy, Dracula, Wolfman, a little bit more wolf-like. Very interesting facial hair on this guy, and very scary facial hair. If you guys remember the 80s, late 90s, G.G. Allen was all the rage, all the rage. Look up G.G. Allen if you're in for a good time, but that's what this facial hair reminds me of, G.G. Allen a little bit, where he shaves the mustache but leaves it kind of up to here, and he had some goofy facial hair out there, but hey, more power to him, more power to him. But this guy, very scary with the facial hair. The receding hairline makes him even a little bit scarier. And he's got some damage there. He's got the wolf-like ears. I mean, it almost looks like he's in process of transferring or turning into a werewolf is what this guy looks like. But I like him. Then he has his Uzi there. He's ready to go. He's ready to shoot. And then the final one, it's like we're finally through the transition. We've got all the way, and we've got a very scary Wolfman going on here. No articulation in the face. I was hoping the mouth would move up or down, but beady red eyes that just look deep into your soul. That is the thing that I first catch on to. Then a bluish grayish skin, and then the gray hair on the side really adds to it. I mean, I love this one. This is my favorite one of the bunch here. I'm going to say the wolf's my favorite. Then I'm going to go to this crazy G.G. Allen inspired guy, and then I'm going to go to the zombie kind of guy, and then I'm going to go to the baby guy. That's how I put them in order here, but this one is definitely my favorite, the wolf going on. I mean, just the eyes, everything else just looks absolutely amazing. This looks like he's peering into your soul, and a little more horror-esque, a little scarier. Obviously, this guy is as well, but just a very, very frightening thing. And there's something about it, and I don't know where it started, but I keep saying these are German regalia here, and I don't know if that's right, but that's what I accustom it to, I guess, in my brain. But something about this, there's been a lot of movies depicted in artwork, and I'm not sure exactly where that started, to get kind of werewolf heads and stuff on the army bodies like this. I'm not sure if American Werewolf in London was the start of that craze, if you can call it a craze, but there's been a lot of other movies, artwork. I think Rob Zombie had, was it the Werewolf Girls of the SS or something, short movie. So I don't know if that's just an homage to this, or if this was something beforehand, or where that came from, but I do find it interesting. But I'm glad I got all 4 of these. I'm even gladder I got all 4 for $100, where normally they're $30, $35, depending where you're getting them at. So I felt like at least I got a deal, and we always say on the channel, you got to get a deal. But very cool, a very moment in time, a very deep cut, but that's one thing we do love about NECA and all the properties they give us. They are not scared to give us the deep cuts, because they know, be it Friday the 13th, Freddy Krueger, Ninja Turtles, they know the hardcore fans, that's who they're producing for, that's what they're going to make. And these aren't made in the quantities of a Marvel Legend or something along them lines, a WWE figure, etc. So it's always interesting dynamic with the NECA team, but I think they knocked this out of the park. They're very smart to make this Army Builder S, so you know people are going to be buying 4. There's going to be a lot of people buying 4, but there's probably a few people buying 1. But when you can buy 4 and you can build this army out, man, if you can, you should, because they look so cool all together, I think. At least that's me. But what do you guys think out there? You guys clue me in. Let me know what you think about these guys. I'm sure a lot of people are going to say, I have no idea what this is, and that's fine. And once said, this is a deep cut thing. NECA giving it to the deep cut fans out there. But if you have any comments on this, if you're picking this up, you're passing on it, you're getting 4, you're getting 1. Are you hoping for something else? What did I miss? Is there something else in the movie that I can't think of? I think there's a ghost at a movie theater, maybe. That might be a good one in the future. We'll see where this line goes. And this could be a shorter run. This isn't going to be Friday the 13th or something like that. I think this is a shorter run of figures. So if you're a completist out there, it should be fairly easy to complete the American Werewolf in London collection out there. But let me know your thoughts in the comments. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. You guys know I got videos every single day. Every single day. The hardest working man in YouTube out there. So make sure you give me a subscribe. Hit the old bell. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you follow me on social media. SirPaul64 on Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson, and of course, ProWrestlingTees.com. That truly is the best way to support the channel. Pick up a t-shirt. Keep you warm in these winter months that are coming. So there it is for American Werewolf in London. I am Kyle. I will see you guys all real soon.